All right, here we are at the end of the year almost. We are wrapping things up with Shakespeare. The way I like to frame this unit is pretend that you are starting your first quarter or semester at a community college, and oh my goodness, I have to take an introduction to Shakespeare class. So that's the lens we're gonna view this unit through, is as if it's like, oh, it's our first community college kind of class. How do we deal with a difficult text, right? Shakespeare is famously opaque, right? You can see that word I use here. Opaque is like not seen through well, right? He's a little dense. You can't just sit down and read a Shakespeare play and maybe get it on your first try. It's going to take a lot of practice, and you're going to have to know a lot of things. Well, here I am, a senior in high school at the end of my high school career. How do I do this thing? So that's the goal for this unit. The way we're treating this and the way we're kind of approaching it is we're going to give you a lot of resources for you to be able to make sense of difficult stories. So we're going to provide you resources. Then we're going to watch a couple movies. There's a fatal mistake often made when teaching Shakespeare that, okay, pass out the script and you sit down in your class and you read the book. Well, it's not a book, it's a play. And so we can't go out and just watch a play at will. So we have a couple different film versions of this. The one you're actually going to start with is by Joss Whedon, who directed the Avengers movies. And your teacher might flip-flop the order of the movies. This is what I found after teaching it, is starting with the Joss Whedon one. It's black and white. It's weird. But as long as you have fun with it being weird, it'll be a good time. The hardest thing, of course, is keeping track of characters, and we're going to provide you different ways to keep track of the characters. But at the end of the day, it's a love story and it's a comedy. So the theme we're going to be dealing with, and that's kind of the goal with this, is how do we talk about theme, right? And a theme is saying something about a topic. So a topic might be love, but the theme here is that love strengthens over time, right? That could be a theme you see here in this play called Much Ado About Nothing, which is a very funny play. The second film you're going to watch is a Kenneth Branagh film. Shakespearean actor, director. He plays one of the main characters in Much Ado About Nothing, a character named Benedict. And he's also the director. It's really fun. It's a spectacle. It's a period piece, right? It takes place in Italy in the 1500s. It has Keanu Reeves in it, Denzel Washington. You'll recognize a lot of faces, and it's Emma Thompson. It's a fun movie. It's a really fun movie. So after you watch both the versions, you're going to do a little bit of comparison writing, right? Do they handle the character relationships the same way? How is one different from the other? One is in black and white and set in modern day, and one is in color and set in the 1500s. What do I do with that information, right? How do I understand this? And each director, of course, makes stylistic choices with characters and with some changes in the dialogue. But overall, it's pretty close to the actual script, which you'll also have a copy of. So again, the main point of this is dealing with the theme. And again, we're kind of doing this at the college level, which doesn't mean it's going to be harder. It means, whereas before we might have held your hand a little bit, it means we're kind of going to start letting go. But also at the same time as we're letting go, we're showing you different ways to enrich your own learning, different resources to deepen your knowledge on a subject, right? Because the end goal of education is teaching you how to educate yourself. So hopefully this course has done that, and this final unit, you'll get to actualize that a little bit, and hopefully it'll be fun as well. I know this year, especially my students had a lot of fun learning Shakespeare. So make sure you reach out to your teacher with any questions about the unit, any worries. I'm sure you'll get a link to view the films somewhere down the line. But again, if you have struggles doing that, reach out to your teacher, because as some of my seniors figured out this year, it's really hard to write about a movie if you haven't seen it. So make sure you prioritize that for yourself. But other than that, have a great day and congrats on getting to your final unit of English.